which is a problem, therefore, when we get the redone Ecce Homo. We talk about that one.
I was crying laughing for an hour when I was looking at that. Oh my gosh. So this poor Spanish woman. The funniest thing about it is have you got the picture up?
Yes.
This poor Spanish woman, she was complaining. She said they didn't let me finish.
It's not gonna help.
I've ever heard. Because she just wanted to finish her art, and it's like that was true devotion, despite all odds.
I mean, why not let her finish? There's not, it's like in the state that it's in right now. It's fan art.
Yeah. So she's gone. she's in a church, and there's this beautiful old icon of Christ in the church that's been peeling away, and it's degrading it. This parishioner's decided that she wants to take the labor on herself to restore the icon. Having obviously no training whatsoever in doing art restoration. And then finds out that she's wanted by police because somebody's reported her for vandalism of this icon, even though she claimed that she was restoring it and repainting it in full view of the parish and the priests that were at her church. But I was just, if I think about it, I'm going to start again. There were too many elements about this which were hilarious. The first was just like childlike innocence, like it was like a fan art moment. She just saw this, degraded icon and thought, I will try my best. I will try my best to restore this. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm gonna lose it.
Okay, so your delight is joy in the innocence of the love.
I just think about Jesus Christ looking at
We've lost Kilts. She's over the edge. Oh, look, and we've lost me. I froze again.
I'm sorry, I told you I was gonna lose it. It was. I don't know why I find this so hilarious.
Okay, so this is Kilts she's the live streamer in contemplation of the restoration of the icon, incapable of making speech, covering her face now. This I think the meta levels hit every single time.
Far out. Can you imagine Jesus is there? We're talking about the real presence. Old Spanish woman with no art training at all. She's making him look like a monkey. I'm sorry, it's just so funny.
I'm not sure what to do with you right now. So we're supposed to be speaking. And you're incapable. You're simply in holy laughter. I think is the. It's like the joy of. I think that one hopes that God has this response to our efforts, right? Because most of what we do. Most of what we do looks like this. We don't get to be better than God at making beauty. No.
Like she's just genuinely got her heart in the most beautiful place. All she wants to do is a nice picture of the Lord, and she makes him look like a monkey.
I'm going to change pictures so she can't see these and she's still laughing. Oh, look, we've got a guy with a bag on his head, which is the opposite.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I find this so hilarious.
Well, no, the thing is,
I'm crying off all my black,
which is appropriate too. So no, the thing is, I think it's exactly I love it. I love that because this is we should, and this is you have no, my dear, I'm going to meta this. That you have just demonstrated what we mean by resuscit bellum, right? It's this the sweetness of our attempts at loving God and and that we come into the world and we are ridiculous. We are every single time. This is the literal opposite of everything that everyone's worrying about with, Ye and Milo and the celebrities and the chains and the beauty and don't misbehave. I think in the version of the video that we lost when I'm talking about people worrying about who I am and stuff like that at this conference and you're constantly in this, we need to stay proper and don't embarrass yourself and not have the effort. This should have shamed her, and instead what she said was, I didn't finish. They didn't let me finish. And the opposite of it is, it's like this guy, is this someone you know? I don't know. It's like there's a bear in the background of this, and paparazzis, all these people taking photographs of this man who is he's in evening clothes and it seems to be fairly fit, but with a bag on his head that is inscribed, "I'm not famous anymore."
Oh no, that's Shia LaBeouf.
Ooh, very good. Okay.
Shia.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
I watched the video with
Shia.
Bishop Barron and I can't remember how he was saying his name, and they apparently know each other in person, so I don't know. Okay, so he's taller than I thought he was, or at least he's slender in that picture. Okay, so I'm not famous anymore.
Okay, so I had to include that because it was about, connected to this entire history of 4chan trolling Shia LaBeouf into just rage on screen, because he was really into performance art, so he understands this.
Yes.
He understands this.
We're just gonna clip that of Kilts laughs for a good 2 minutes. She's gonna start again. No, wait. Breathe.
I want to meet that woman. So anyway, the multisensorial, right? This kind of multi-dimensional iconography where someone's invited into the experience. So Shai, he gets this. He's been doing performance art for ages, and he was saying when he was talking to the bishop, this is what the Roman Mass was giving him. He started to see Christ through the liturgy and see the revelation of the Lord through this multi-sensorial experience. So he sees the real presence of the Lord there in the Eucharist for this reason. And he'd been going through all of these weird performance art phases and doing these things which are anti-Trump. The opposite of what Milo was doing.
Yes.
With his bloodbath and wanting to build the wall. And Shai is like, he will not divide us.
Well, I have that one too. So here we have, he will not divide us.
Yeah, so he sets up a camera in this place, and he wants to have this 24-hour streaming thing going on, and of course 4chan get on it immediately and start using it to troll him. But the paper bag over the face where he says, "I'm not famous anymore," I mean, that was a fantastic thing, but very somber, because what do you do as an artist once you get famous? And then you're no longer ridiculous because your face becomes the brand. So then I see this kind of plastic bag, paper bag moment where he's standing on the red carpet trying to deny fame. And yet the irony is that once you get famous, you can't get unfamous, as Dave Chappelle said. So he's kind of stuck with it. Like, what do you do when your own face becomes attached to branding that you're unable to reject? It was really fascinating little prank that he did.
Oh, that's great, because I was thinking the thing that the bag makes you curious about is who is it? So there's a
Who's this?
who is this? Who used to be famous? And yeah. And I can't say his name right, and I wouldn't recognize him, bag or no bag. So I only actually know him in the pranks, right? I recognized him as Shia LaBeouf in the He Will Not Divide Us, because I think I saw some of that performance, and I remember reading about it. So I don't actually recognize his face, which is ironic.
Well, if you're standing on the red carpet with a bag over his face too, it's kind of it's sort of like showing that people don't really care who's there as long as they're on the red carpet.
Right.
Interchangeable. You could cut and paste, put a different face on it. It's irrelevant. It's like, as long as this person is on the red carpet, they possess this thing called fame, and therefore they're getting attention, even with a paper bag. Because it's not about the face necessarily, even. It's just them standing on the red carpet. That was a good troll.
And so it's what you were saying about the setting for things. If you can end up on the red carpet, and there's a whole sort of ritual. I mean, like that one, I've got it back. I've got the bag. I'm flipping back and forth between bag and He Will Not Divide Us. That the picture includes all the people taking pictures. It includes all the paparazzi and journalists and photographers in the background. So the ritual there is, if you are on the red carpet, you are famous. And then what the people watching, particularly those my age who never go to the movies anymore, except for Pirates, ask is, well, who is that? They must be famous, except for you don't know who they are. And so you have to ask. Yeah.
They're so famous, I don't know who they are.
I have no idea who they are. They must be. And so fame in that, I mean, I'm really liking this Shia, whoever he is, that we're desperate for fame. I mean, I think the sort of, one of the things we were thinking about is the theme for this, although I think the theme for the title for this episode is icon and idol. I'm not sure. We're going to have to come up with a title for it. But one of the things we were thinking of was audience of one. Ye's phrase about how, he's making his art for God, and how people respond to it is not relevant to his making the art that he's making. I mean, that we've been looking at more at the icons and the problem of the fan art, and maybe that's it. Fan art is the title. But the desire for fame is this, people will recognize me. And then you get so famous, you're on the red carpet, but nobody recognizes you. In fact, fame isn't, I see we have in chats, Ferris Bluer Bear, sorry so crass, Bloody Milo in the morning. Well, okay. And again, Ferris Bluer Bear, I'm a reluctant artist facilitator, have lost any reverence for either, especially statement and analysis. I get the pitch rehearsal on repeat. Oh, that's actually something very interesting to think about, the way in which people describe why they're doing what they're doing. The sort of, here's my art and I want you to therefore make me famous.